Hi, this is a me again. This is a quick run through of what the process data screen looks like. Now the bird that we uploaded activity and GLS data for in the other screencast is now all processed. As I said, it took about 15 to 20 minutes. The project screen is now accessible, or projects button is now accessible, and you get two graphs with the main activity data in the top panel graph and some environmental data in the bottom graph. Quick run through the three main activity graphs. Up here, very basic dry versus wet times per day. As you can see, it's about bit more than a year's worth of data that we've analyzed through, and you can see that during the breeding season, lots of dry time. Well, this is actually before the logger was deployed. Here, breeding season, the next time, first incubation period, lots of dry times. We've got the activity times, which distinguish between flight, foraging, and on water, where flight is the relative amount of time where no immersions were recorded. On water is the relative amount of time where permanent immersion was recorded, and everything that's in between is coined foraging, as it happens in many publications using this sort of data. And finally, we've got foraging, which just looks at this red portion here and distinguishes between the time of the day, where we've got blue for nighttime hours, which is activity that occurs before the twilight has set in, nautical twilight has set in. Orange is the dawn hours, which is from the beginning of nautical twilight to sunrise. Yellow is day, between sunrise and sunset, and finally dusk, between sunset and the end of the nautical twilight. These white areas here just indicate where we don't have any GLS data and therefore could not determine sunset times and twilight times and so on. In the lower graph, some descriptive information. This is just the distance from the home colony that you set when you that you define when you set up the project. You can also have a look at the track map by clicking this little button here. This is the region the bird was in between January and July. We can also hide the track map again. Then we've got the daylight hours, which is the time between sunrise and sunset at the specific location where the bird was. Obviously, this is the austral winter, and the bird was pretty far south, so there were just 6 hours of daylight there. Then we've got the moon phase, which is irrespective of the location, but since it's all calculated through the GLS data, we've got these gaps here, but it should be a sine curve, and in a later version of Octave we're going to fix that. And finally, we've got the moonlight hours, which just calculates the amount of time the moon is above the horizon outside the twilight hours, so at night. These graphs can be exported by clicking this wee little thing up here. They can be exported as pixel graphics or as vector graphics for further editing. All data can be downloaded as CSV files through clicking that button, as you can see here. Quickly open it, and so yeah, it's all in there. And if you want to delete a project, you can click on this button, and everything belonging to that project, all the data, if there's more than one bird here, everything will be deleted. None of the raw files are retained on the server. It's all these are removed after processing has finished, and all the results data can be completely erased by just deleting the project, and nothing will be left. So careful, if you don't want to lose your data, or if you forgot to download it, you will have to upload everything again. If you encounter a bug, yeah, we've got a bug reporting form. It would be nice to to attach a screenshot, particularly if you get error messages on the screen. This is an alpha, so you're likely to encounter some bugs. Okay, that's it. Thanks.